Good evening, my dear students. Welcome to my channel, Desire to Learn with Mukesh. So today in this video, we are going to discuss another new poem from class 5th English. The title of the poem is Malu Bhalu. So without being late, let us start today's video. So today we will learn a new poem that is Malu Bhalu. So what will be the objectives of today's video? First one, after completion of the poem, the children will be able to recite the poem with proper pronunciation, rhythm, intonation, and actions. Comprehend and explain the poem. Second thing, understand the meaning of the new words in the poem and use them in sentences. Third, to draw character sketch of Mallu Bhallu. And fourth one is to develop multilingualism among students. They will understand and pick up rhyming words from the poem. They will also be able to use pronouns at the place of nouns. Students, have you ever seen a polar bear? Yes, I have seen on TV. Students, what are the differences between a bear and a polar bear? Polar bear lives in polar region, whereas bear lives in a normal forest. Polar bear has a longer skull as compared to the brown bear. That means the skull, the head of polar bear is somewhat longer than our brown bear. Polar bear has small claws, whereas brown bear has large curved claws. Polar bear is not a territorial animal, but brown bear is territorial animal. Brown bear is a nocturnal animal. Nocturnal means those animal who wanders in the night time. Okay, but polar bear is not a nocturnal animal. Now we will see some word meaning. First one is lair. Lair means wild animals lying place. Sentence: he catched a tiger cub entering the tiger's lair. Next word is man. Man means long hair on the neck of some animals. You can see the tiger has no man, but lion has man. Next word is clasped. Clasped means encircle, hold closely. Sentence: she clasped her son in her arms. Might. Might means great strength. I jumped over the fence with all my might. Next word is beyond. Beyond means honor to the other side of, further than, latter than. Sentence: does the railway track continue beyond Guwahati? My house is beyond that bridge. Next word is firm. Firm means strong and steady or not likely to change. Sentence: he had a firm belief in his God. Grip means to hold somebody or something tightly. She gripped her mother's arm tightly. Splash, the sound of liquid hitting something or of something hitting liquid. He fell into the water with a splash. Now we will see the gist of the poem. This is a story of Malu, an adorable young polar bear who lived in an icy lair. She learned to catch fish from her parents. She wanted to see things beyond the big blue sky. But her mother suggested her to have patience until she learned swimming. She learned that skill too with her mother very soon. Her mother was sure that Malu Bhalu was brave and fearless. Now we are going to discuss the poem. Before that, we will know who is the poetess of the poem. So the name of the poetess of the poem is Kamla Bhasin, and this is translated from Sandhya Rao by Sandhya Rao in Hindi language also. You already know, students. Now we will discuss the poem by stanza wise. So, high up in an icy lair lived a little polar bear. Snow White, Snow Bright was her man, Malu Bhalu was her name. Here the poetess wants to tell that a little polar bear was living high up in an icy lair. Its body color was as white as snow, and her man was also as bright as snow. Her name was Malu. Very soon our Malu Bhalu learned the things her parents knew. Fish to catch, big and small. Malu was a clever girl. Malu was a clever girl. She learned so many things from her parents like catching fish, swimming, etc. Malu said to her mother one day, Ma, I am going far out to play. I want to see the things that lie there beyond the big blue sky. One day, Malu said to her mother that she is going far out to play. She wants to see the things that lie beyond the big blue sky. She wants to see the things that lie beyond the big blue sky. A little patience, child, said Mom. In the summer, when next it comes, summer, patience, what a taste! Malu simply could not rest. Mother Bear told her little child to have patience till the next summer comes. But Malu was impatient. She thought that she could not rest till next summer. First things first, Malu's mom clasped Malu tight within her arms. Then she said, her voice was firm, now, my dear, you will have to swim. At first, Mother Bear held Malu closely within her arms. Then she told her in her firm voice to start swimming. But Ma, said Malu, what do I know? How will I? I have never swum before. Don't worry, dear, said Malu's mother. Do as I do. That's all, she advised her. Malu had not swum before. She was worried how to swim. Her mother advised her not to be worried. She advised her just to follow her. She had no choice, no other way. Malu had to swim that day. Tight, she gripped her mother's hand into the water's splash, splash to land. Malu had no other way to keep swimming, so she had to swim. She held her mother's hand tightly and tried to swim from water to the land. Brave mother's brave young daughter. Doubt and fear leapt behind her. Malu swam with all her might. It didn't matter wrong or right. Malu was so young and as brave as her mother. She left doubt and fear behind her and swam with all her power without thinking whether she was swimming in the right way or not. Finally, Malu learned swimming. But swimming came so naturally, her mother knew this and all could see. Fearless was Malu. This she knew. Not just brave, but special too. She learned swimming naturally. Her mother knew Malu was special, brave, and fearless. She had believed that her child can learn swimming naturally. So, dear students, now we will see the rhyming words from the poem. Malu, rhyming word for Malu is Bhalu. Then lair, bear, day, play, way, test, rest, mom, come, hand, land, might, right. Then we will see some opposite words. Those are called antonyms. High, low, little, big, white, black, clever, foolish, bright, dim or dark or dull, far, near, beyond, near or close, patience, impatience, never, ever or always, brave, coward, wrong, right, special, ordinary. Now we will see some homophones. The students, homophone means spelling is different but pronunciation is same. Bear, B-E-E-R, B-A-R-E, bear. And meaning also different. Then man, man, M-A-N-E, man, M-A-I-N, man. New, new. So homophones means those are the words which have different meaning and different spelling also. But their pronunciation is same. Next one, one. C, C. Nut, nut. Dear, dear. Right, right. Two, two. So these words have different spelling and different meaning also, but the pronunciation is same. Now we'll change the, sorry, not change. Actually, we will use suitable adjectives. Okay. So for layer, I see layer. Next, polar bear, snow bright, clever girl, blue sky, brave or young daughter. Now we will see some silent letters. In the word doubt, there is a silent letter, that is B. Next, wrong, silent letter W. No, silent letter K. Bright, silent letter G and H. Patience, silent letters T and I. Snow, silent letter S. So it will be no, no. Next, change the gender. So boy, if we will change the gender of boy, then it will be girl. Father, mother, daughter, son, queen, king, hen, cock, man, woman, uncle, aunt. Now we will see degrees of adjectives. Students, you know there are 3 degrees of adjective: positive, comparative, and superlative. So when we describe something about something, we use positive degree normally. But when we compare between two things or two persons, we use comparative degree. And when we compare among more than two persons or things, we use superlative degree. And to make comparative and superlative, we use ER and EST respectively if the adjective is of one syllable. But if the adjective is of more than one syllable, then we use more and most to make comparative and superlative. So positive bright, comparative brighter, superlative brightest, positive clever, comparative cleverer, superlative cleverest. Like that, light, lighter, lightest, brave, braver, bravest, little, less, least, big, bigger, biggest, far, farther, farthest, small, smaller, smallest, high, higher, highest. Now we will discuss 5 forms of verbs. Do you know, students, there are 5 forms of verbs, but all the verbs don't have all the 5 forms, right? So first one is V1 or base, root, main or infinitive form. That is high. So past tense of high is hired. Next part participle form of high. There is no past participle form and also no third person singular V4 form. And present participle form or ground is hying. Live, lived, lived, lives, living. So all the verbs don't have all the 5 forms, right, students? So base form is learn, past form learnt or learned, past participle learnt or learned, third person singular form learns, and present participle or gerund is learning. Like that, catch, cut, cut, catches, catching, come, came, come, comes, coming, know, knew, known, knows, knowing, swim, swam, swam, swims, swimming, clasp, clasped, clasped, clasp, clasping, advise, advised, advised, advises, advising, live, lived, lived, lives, living. Now we will say true or false. Malu was a brave girl. It's true. Malu did not know how to catch fish. It's false because Malu know how to catch fish. Malu knew. Mother asked Malu to wait till summer when she wanted to go out. It's true. Malu was dumb. No, she was intelligent. She was brave. So it's false. Swimming came naturally to Malu. Yes, it's true. Polar bears live in desert. No, it's false. Polar bears live in polar region. Malu Bhalu's man was white and bright. Yes, true. Malu was special. True. Now we will rearrange the following sentences to make meaningful sentences. Was hair white Malu's? Malu's hair was white. Catching fish was Malu good at. Malu was good at catching fish. Playing was the with penguins Malu. Malu was playing with the penguins. For Malu's was mother. Malu's mother was far. Next we will discuss some multiple choice questions, students. The weather in Malu's home place is icy cold, very warm, pleasant. So answer will be ice cold. Which season does Malu enjoy the most? Winter, summer, autumn? Answer will be summer. Because in summer season she can swim. Next, what does Malu like to eat? Cake, fish, leaves. So Malu likes to eat fish. What does Malu like to do? Riding, walking, swimming. It's swimming. Now we will fill in the blanks with correct words. Okay, the words are whom, which, what, who, whose. These are double-edged words, right, students? These are called double-edged words. These are used to make questions. This is the matter. What is the matter? This do you want to see? Whom do you want to see? This is your pencil. Which is your pencil? This house is that. Whose house is that? This made that noise. Who made that noise? Now we will fill in the blanks using personal pronouns. Supriya and Des often play together. So, students, there are two forms of pronoun. First is your subjective form and another is your objective form. So here, Supriya and I often play together. I is the subjective form. The book with red cover is mine. This is objective form. Nobody but she went to the party. Subjective form. She is taller than me. This is objective form. Let us go for a picnic today. Right? I gave him my notebook. Now we will discuss some comprehension questions from the chapter Malu Bhalu. First question is, who is the main character of the poem? The polar bear Malu is the main character of the poem. From which language was this poem translated? The poem has been translated from Hindi by Sandhya Rao. Malu Bhalu is a very special and beautiful poem extracted from Kamala Bhasin's Malu. Next question. Where did the polar bear live with her family? The polar bear lived with her family in an icy lair. How was the man of Malu? Malu's man was bright like snow, like snow. What did Malu learn to do from her parents? Malu learned to catch small and big fish. She learned all the things her parents knew. What is the reason Malu gave to her mother for going out? The reason Malu gave to her mother for going out was to play and to see the things that lie there beyond the big blue sky. Where did Malu want to travel? Malu wanted to travel beyond the big blue sky. Students, though is here typed wrongly. So where did Malu want to travel? Malu wanted to travel beyond the big blue sky. What was it that Malu's parents wanted her to learn? Malu's parents wanted her to learn how to swim. Was Malu scared to swim? Did she learn easily? Yes, Malu was scared to swim. But soon her fear was gone. She learned to swim easily. Acha, read the last two stanzas of the poem. Whom does she stand for in the both? In the second last stanza, she stands for Malu. In the last stanza, she stands for Malu's mother. You can check the poem, students. The last line of the poem. Next, now write a detailed character sketch of Malu Bhalu. Malu was a female bear. She was young. Her hair was white and bright. She was clever and learned to catch fish. She was adventurous. She was impatient to go far away from home, but she didn't know how to swim. Her mother taught her how to swim, but she soon learned to swim naturally with her mother. Why are Malu and her mother called brave? Malu was brave as she learned swimming and catching fish from her mother naturally, leaving doubt and fear behind her. Her mother was brave as her voice was firm. She was able to make her daughter swim. What was the first thing Malu's mother do? Malu's mother clasped Malu tightly within her arms. Then she said to Malu in a firm voice to swim. How did Malu learn swimming? She gripped her mother's hand into the water's flash to land. She left doubt and fear behind her. Malu swam with all her might. She learned swimming naturally. Read the following line and answer the questions that follow. High up in an icy lair lived a little polar bear. Snow White, Snow Bright was her name. Malu Bhalu was her name. What was the name of the Bhalu? Malu was the name of the Bhalu. Where did Malu live? Malu lived with her family in an icy lair. What kind of bear was Malu? She was a little white-colored bear. Her mane was bright like snow. Now, rewrite the following paragraph using replacing words. Those are called pronouns. First, we will read the paragraph. Malu lived with Malu's parents in the North Pole. Malu had great fun with Malu's seagull friends. One day, Malu's father told Malu that the hunters had come to trap Malu and Malu's family. Malu knew how to hide very well. Malu shut Malu's eyes and curled up like a ball of snow. The hunters searched for Malu and Malu's family everywhere but in vain. So here the word Malu is being repeated for many times. Now we will replace the word Malu using pronouns or replacing words. So the answer will be Malu lived with her parents. Malu's parents will be replaced by her parents in the North Pole. Malu had we will replace Malu by she. She had great fun with her seagull friends. One day her father told her that hunters had come to trap her and her family. She knew how to hide very well. How to hide very well. This is spelling mistake, students. H-H-I-D, hide. How to hide very well. She shut her eyes and curled up like a ball of snow. The hunters searched for her and her family everywhere but in vain. Next, read the following passage carefully. One day, Minna plucks a mango and brings it home. Her grandmother gives the larger piece to Raju because he is a boy. Minna protests. After all, she brought the mango, and she is the elder of the two. She insists she has a greater right over her share. Her father comes to her help and divides the mango equally. Now, answer the questions. Who brought the mango home? Minna brought the mango home. Why did Minna's grandmother give a larger piece to Raju? Minna's grandmother gave a larger piece to Raju because he was a boy. Who do you think should have got the larger piece? I think both of them should have got equally. So thank you students for watching the video. I hope you learned the poem, some new words and some grammatical question answers also, and you will be able to explain the poem also, the summary of the poem in English. So students, thank you for watching the video. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Keep learning, keep growing.